happy Monday and welcome back to my channel. I'm now heading to my first class of the day, so I'll see you there.
In class, I continued to work on my print inspired by vintage scientific illustrations of anemones. I started to manipulate my sketches in Photoshop to brainstorm some potential print layouts. For this print, I'm imagining a dense and overgrown field of my anemones. I want it to sort of read like a normal floral print from afar, but when you look more closely, you'll notice that it's made up of all these weird little alien critters.
Hello again. So I just got on my first class where I was working on my anemone collection, and now I'm going to go to my locker, switch gears, and work on bedding.
This is a really cheesy rough draft of my bedding collection storyboard, which is inspired by the petrified wood that I saw at the Museum of Natural History last week. And I made this color inspiration board based on color palettes that I found on trend forecasting websites. These boards are not super great because I don't really know where I'm going with this project yet, so I just made something so I could ask the teacher for some feedback. We also had to sketch some potential pattern layouts. I was trying to brainstorm ways to sort of patchwork the wood's textures together, so I took inspiration from tiles and quilt designs to start. But I'll probably end up heading in a slightly different direction.
We have a break in class, so I'm gonna go find a snack. Okay, one of my absolute favorite features of FIT is that the coffee shop back there sells soups. That's amazing. It's like the perfect snack.
After eating my soup, heading back to class, and meeting with the professor for some feedback about my bedding collection so far, she helped me work out my concept a little bit more, and I decided to start sketching some motif ideas using watercolor dyes. I decided to mix up a whole bunch of my watercolor inks to create a really rich and deep color that, when mixed with a lot of water, would break into its different color components. So basically, the one purple ink that I was using created tons and tons of other colors as I was painting with it, which is pretty fun to play around with. I started painting these shapes that were loosely inspired by the petrified tree's rings, and it was such a calm and meditative experience. I'd love to use these paintings in my finished design. I also played around with the leftover dyes and made some random marks and circles just to have some fun and see how the pigments would behave. And then I packed up all of my stuff and I headed home.
Hello again. I just finished with all of my classes for the day and I'm finally heading home. Today was one of those days where we were just kind of like left on our own to work on whatever we needed to do to make progress on our projects, and those days are usually pretty sleepy feeling. I don't really know how to explain it. We're just kind of like quietly working with our head down for 8 hours or so. So I'm definitely ready to go home. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, happy Tuesday. Sorry about all the construction noise, but that's just New York, I guess. Anyway, I'm now heading to campus. I have my screen printing class in the afternoon, and I'm gonna be working on my bugs and brooches print. I have to turn in a mood board, color story, proposal, and some sketches on Sunday, so that's gonna be a big project for the week. Anyway, I'll see you there.
We were given time to develop our concepts and mood boards in class and then meet one-on-one with the professor to get some feedback. This was my mood board rough draft, which shows that I want to design a glitzy, glamorous, bug-themed print in 3 colorways for women's apparel. I also wanted to show my professor my drawings from last week. I wasn't really sure if I liked this drawing style since it's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but my professor responded really positively to them and she encouraged me to draw some more and see where they take me.
Hello again. So I just got out of my screen printing class and I pretty much just spent the whole period working on my project and trying to make some progress, just so I could have something to show the teacher because she wanted to meet with us one-on-one. She had some really nice things to say about my work so far and that feels really good. That made me happy. So it's making me even more excited to pursue this topic and to see where it takes me. Anyway, I got out a little bit early today, so I want to treat myself. So I'm going to Magnolia, I'm gonna get some banana pudding and then head home. I am so excited about this. Magnolia is actually known for their banana puddings, but they often have like really fun flavors of the month, and this month it was chocolate covered strawberry, which is my favorite flavor combination, so I had to give it a try and I'm very excited. Hello, hello, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm now on my way to campus and I have my advanced professional practices class and my Adobe Illustrator class today. So it's pretty much just gonna be like a chill work day and I'll try to record as much as I can. Also, I'm wearing a scarf that you might recognize from one of my past weaving videos. I'll put a link to this in the video description. Let's go!
In the morning, I continued to work on the computer on the layout for my anemone print. This time, I assigned a random color to each motif so I'd be able to more easily see which anemone is where on the screen. I then painstakingly adjusted them pixel by pixel until the layout was exactly how I wanted it. And then, in the middle of me filming this time lapse, our class was interrupted by a fire drill, so we had to evacuate. It was really cold outside, so some of us ducked into a nearby deli to grab some hot coffee while we waited. And then it was back to work. My professor also showed me this stunning book that literally could not be more perfect for the projects that I'm working on this semester. I instantly bought a used copy of this book online to add to my tiny but slowly growing at-home library. After a quick lunch break at my desk, I headed to my Adobe Illustrator class where we did a bunch of exercises to get used to using this really challenging program.
Hello again, it's around 5 o'clock and I'm finally done with my classes. There wasn't all that much to record today just because I was mostly sitting in front of the screen, chipping away at my projects and making plans, but things should get a little more exciting as the semester progresses and once I actually start making things and doing stuff, but for now it's a little bit chill, kind of boring. But I hope this vlog is still fun. Anyway, I'm now going to Koreatown and I'm actually going to meet up with Ryan and we're going to get some food together, which should be pretty fun.
I got so excited for our meal that I only remembered to film once all the food was gone. And then I headed to H Mart.
Hello again, I'm finally heading home. I'm carrying so much stuff, my back hurts. My backpack is absolutely filled. I can't even close it. There's so many books in there. And I'm carrying a grocery haul. I got my sister a bunch of stuff from Koreatown. I'm gonna send that to her. It's gonna make her super happy. So it's happy stuff I'm carrying, but my back is sad and I'm excited to go lay down. So I'll see you tomorrow. Hello again, happy Thursday. So today is my very, very long day. I have screen printing in the morning, pretty much like a 6-hour break, and then my night class. So I'm gonna be working all day today. I'll try to film what I can and make it interesting, and hopefully it'll be a good day. Also, I'm wearing this super fun collar that I got on Etsy. I'll put a link to the seller in the description, but I'm just feeling like a happy clown. And that's the best way to feel, isn't it? Also, I decided to weigh my school bag today before coming to campus. And today's what I would consider like a little bit of a lighter load. I have probably half the books in my bag that I did yesterday. My bag weighs 20 pounds. That's a lot, and I definitely feel it in my back. So if you have any advice or any favorite backpacks or anything you can recommend to me, feel free to leave a comment. It would help me a lot. Anyway, let's head to class.
Today's class was another super chill work period, so basically we were left on our own to develop our mood boards, work on our project proposals, and then meet with the teacher one-on-one again. I mostly worked on the writing portion of my project, which I'll show you later on in the video.
Hello again. So I just got out of my screen printing class, I had some lunch, and now I'm sitting in our empty classroom. And I'm just gonna work on some homework until my next class starts, which is in 6 hours. So I'm gonna be here for a while.
First, I listened to my online lectures and did the homework that was due that night, which took around 2 hours. I took a quick snack break and the vending machine very kindly gave me 2 for the price of 1. I then added another drawing to my motif collection for my screen printing class. In this video, you can see my iPad drawing process. I took an image of an earring from my vintage costume jewelry book, then filled in the values in big, simple shapes, one by one, using 5 different shades of gray. This gives me a really fun graphic interpretation of my reference image. I then transformed the image using Photoshop's bitmap mode. This mode alters the image so that the whole thing is made up entirely of pure black lines that vary in thinness and thickness, which gives the illusion of having different colors and values in the image when it's actually all just pure black and pure white. So now I can screen print this image in all its detail using only one screen instead of 5 screens and 5 different shades of gray. Lastly, I created the final versions of my screen printing proposal and mood board, which are now ready for submission.
Hello again, I finally finished my night class. I got some burritos and I'm heading home. Today was another day that was just kind of filled with project planning. I was making mood boards, I was coming up with concepts, writing proposals. Wasn't all that exciting, but I know tomorrow's gonna be a little bit more fun, so I'll see you then. Good morning, happy Friday. I'm in an amazing mood today because I looked at the weather and today the high is 55. So pretty much the last few weeks it's been in like the 20s and 30s. I've been really cold. You even saw last week in my vlog there was snow on the ground. This week it's gonna be bright and beautiful and sunny, and I don't want to jinx it, but I am so happy. So anyway, I'm now heading to my weaving class. I have the first portion of the class in the computer lab where we're gonna be digitally designing weaves. Then the second half, we're gonna be making warps. So our teacher asked us to look up some fine art pieces that inspire us and to use them as color references. So this is the piece that I chose. And today I'm gonna be making a warp inspired by this color palette. So yeah, let's go.
In our weaving class, we started off by making digital dobby cloth files for a whole bunch of traditional stripe and plaid designs, so we could build a reference library. Then we used our fine art inspiration images to create color palettes that'll inspire our weavings. After lunch, we were each assigned an 8-harness Structo loom, which we'll use to create our block weave samples for this class. These are basically the same as the 4-harness table looms that we used last semester, except now we have twice as many harnesses. I then picked out a 10-2 cotton yarn in a gorgeous maroon color that exactly matched the palette from my rabbit reference image, and I wound a warp that was 180 threads wide and 2.5 yards long. We haven't figured out our threadings yet, so I'll finish threading the loom next Friday. And after class, I visited the print studio to pick up a print of my anemone layout in preparation for next week.
Hello, hello, I'm finally heading home after today's very, very long day. Yeah, overall it's been a pretty good day. The only thing is, I was really excited about this new portfolio bag, and the strap already broke. It's literally the first day I had it, and it's already broken, so I have to figure out how to like DIY repair that, but heading home now, and I'll see you tomorrow.
On Saturday, Ryan and I went to Dinosaur Barbecue in Harlem for an amazing dinner to celebrate our Valentine's weekend.
Yay.
Then, on Sunday, we continued our annual Super Bowl tradition. For some reason, Ryan and I have this tradition where we build a Lego set and film a time-lapse every year on Super Bowl Sunday. I don't really know why we started doing this because Ryan and I are definitely not people who really care about football at all, but it's a really fun and silly tradition that just brings us a lot of joy. And now we have a new Lego to add to our collection. Thank you so much for joining me this week. If you'd like to see some more of my art school adventures, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!